If you've ever talked to me recently, you will know how passionate I am about the Safe and Sound Protocol, the SSP. This is a music listening therapy that was developed by Dr. Stephen Porges, who is a renowned neuroscientist worldwide, but he lives in the US, and he developed the Safe and Sound Protocol to help nervous system regulation. Recently, Dr. Porges has developed a newer program, which is now called the Rest and Restore Protocol. This has only become available very recently for practitioners to use with people, and I'm really pleased that I am certified to deliver the Rest and Restore Protocol. What I'd really like to do in this video is tell you about both so that you understand what the difference is and which one may be more applicable to you. Safe and Sound Protocol was developed in order to address the ability that some people had to interact with other people. So this is where there's a key difference. Our social engagement system, we know that through the vagus nerve, through muscles in our face, the way that we hold our body, we communicate with people without using language. But we also know language comes into it, what our voice sounds like, the pitch of our voice, all of those kind of things are involved in our social engagement system. This is a really important system because as human beings, we are not able to survive on our own. In our modern world, it's less of a survival necessity. Obviously, in cavemen days, if you became disconnected from your tribe, you didn't have other people you could rely on, it was certain death for you. What we see these days is that we are able to physically stay alive, but we don't thrive. People who are lonely, people who are disconnected and feel that they don't belong in a group, they will be unable to thrive. They will feel isolated. They may develop physical health problems because of it. They will definitely have mental health problems if they don't feel part of something and they feel alienated from people. So our social engagement system is a very, very intricate but essential part of being a human being. When we are able to read cues from other people and when we give off cues that invite other people to engage with us, that is when we are able to thrive and build those strong connections. So the Safe and Sound Protocol, it targets our vagus nerve. Our vagus nerve is part of our autonomic nervous system, and it helps that vagus nerve to bring relaxation, calm, feelings of safety. It's done in the Safe and Sound Protocol. It's done through an algorithm which adjusts the frequency of the sounds that we are hearing. So when we are in a very stressed state, we tend to hear very high and low frequency sounds. The mid-frequency sounds, which are the safe sounds, like human voice, like the sound of a lullaby that a mother sings to a child, or the way that we would talk to an animal with that lovely melody in our voice, that is what we don't hear or we don't recognize as cues of safety. So we are hearing those high frequencies and those low frequencies. What the Safe and Sound Protocol does is it helps our ear to hear and our brain to process those mid-frequency sounds more easily, and that then brings feelings of safety to our nervous system. That brings a feeling of regulation, and it means that we are then able to interact with other people, to co-regulate, to get regulation from other people. We can have that social engagement. Rest and Restore Protocol is also a music listening therapy. It also involves music that has been specially filtered, but instead of adjusting the frequency of the music, the Rest and Restore Protocol, the rhythms of the music are adjusted. We know in our body there are certain biological rhythms, quite a few biological rhythms. Actually, our whole body really works on rhythm. If you think of the circadian rhythm, different hormones are released during the day, first thing in the morning, last thing at night. different light affects us in different ways. Our digestion is also rhythmical. In women particularly, fertility is rhythmical. We have our blood pressure, we have hormones released at certain times, our heart beats in a certain way, our respiration, our breathing is rhythmical. So our whole body relies on these rhythms in a way that allows rest and restoration and healing to take place. If our nervous system is dysregulated, those rhythms tend to be out of alignment. We know as soon as we are stressed, when our nervous system is activated, we will have disruptions to our sleep. We may have an unpredictable digestion. We know our blood pressure will fluctuate. We know our breathing may be unsteady. So all of those rhythms are affected by that nervous system regulation. And what the Rest and Restore protocol is there to do is to get those rhythms back into sync, to bring us more rhythm in our body, which means that our nervous system is more regulated, we feel more at ease, we are able to be connected to our body. A lot of people, when they are stressed or when they have experienced trauma, when they have sensory differences, they struggle to feel connected to their body, and that sense of interoception, where we can feel what is going on in our body, we can regulate ourselves with that, and that interoception is disrupted. Having the Rest and Restore protocol to bring that rhythm, those natural rhythms back to our body, then helps regulation, which obviously brings about a state of rest and digest. When we are more connected to ourselves, we are then more able to be connected to other people, which goes back to that feeling of being safe and social, not living in that state of hypervigilance or shutdown, but being able to feel things in our own body and also engage with other people. If we think of the Safe and Sound protocol and the Rest and Restore protocol, who they may be specifically suited for, like I said, all of our nervous system, physical health, mental health, it's so interconnected. But there are certain differences, and it's important to recognize those. So the Safe and Sound protocol would be for somebody, they may be very hypervigilant, their nervous system may be in a constant state of defense, so they may easily go into fight, flight or freeze and not be able to experience much of a calm and connected ventral vagal state. They may exhibit anxiety. They may become very emotionally dysregulated very easily. They may have a lot of sensory sensitivities, all of those things which show a nervous system which is struggling. They may not be able to be co-regulated by somebody very easily. They may be mistrustful of other people. They may not like interacting with people and avoid other people. The Safe and Sound protocol, as I explained earlier, can help with that social engagement. So that would be really good for those kinds of behaviors. The Rest and Restore protocol is more aimed at helping somebody to be connected to themselves. Obviously that impacts how they're going to connect with other people, which is why it's difficult to separate them. But for the Rest and Restore protocol, it may be somebody who is experiencing sleep issues, digestive issues. They may have difficulty feeling sensations in their own body, so be quite disconnected from themselves. They may have been in burnout and therefore disconnected and very shut down in their body. It may be that there's a lot of physical kind of health issues that have come to the fore. Those are the kind of people where Rest and Restore protocol would be helpful, where it's building those rhythms in the body, it's helping the body feel more at ease. Therefore, they begin to feel more regulated. Then they are able to engage with other people. So it's almost the Safe and Sound protocol is looking at engagement between people, connection between people. The Rest and Restore protocol is connection with yourself in your own body. You may recognize certain specific symptoms that I've mentioned that apply to you, the best way to make a decision to work out whether either of these is a good fit would be to have an initial chat with me. I would never sign anybody up for either of these programs without having that chat, just so that you can tell me what you're experiencing, I can tell you more about each program, and then we can explore together whether one, or some people do both, one after the other, but that's not essential. One or either of these programs would be a good fit for what you're experiencing. If you think this might be helpful for you, please feel welcome to book a free chat with me. We can have a discussion, explore what might be helpful, and then without any pressure, you can go away, think about it, read up the information that I'll send you, and decide whether the Safe and Sound protocol or the Rest and Restore protocol might be the best one for you.